Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Immigrant Section. Welcome if it's your first time. It's your boy, Abbas Wahab. How the hell are you? As always, wherever you're watching, smash that subscribe button right now. If it's Apple, plus or follow. Same with Spotify. I've yet to find this out, but either way, click the follow button so you know when these episodes drop. And enough of all that. In the studio with me today, the motherfucking Marc-Anthony Sinagoga. Sinagoga?
You got it. No,
Yeah.
Sinagoga.
That's the
the
extra
worst.
Italian part. Like
I know.
Marc-Anthony would be like a Canadian.
Yeah.
But then Marc-Anthony that's like that guy is foreign.
Oh, it's the worst, man. Thanks for having me, though. This
Hell
is sick,
yeah, man.
Like,
Welcome.
Last time I was here was different. You upgraded the studio. This looks wicked, man.
How weird was it before how you would have to like look at the front and kind of turn your head a little bit?
Yeah, the whole time it's like bad side profile for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm so much happier to
This
actually
is
be able
great.
to look at
Congrats.
the fucking guests.
It's true. This is sick. I don't know. Do I look at them? Do I look at you?
If you see, look at me. You're kind of looking at them when
It's
you look
true.
at me.
That's true. Yeah.
Right?
All right.
So
sick.
just look at me, brother, and you're looking at them.
You're looking at me. You're looking at them.
Looking at me, looking at them.
That
How's it
sounds
going,
like a
man?
lyric by what's her name?
What's
that stupid girl who's all
Cardi
over
B?
the place? No. The
Megan
white one
Stallion.
who's got like green hair all the time.
Demi Lovato.
No. It doesn't matter.
No,
We're
I
playing
want to
like
know. No. This is how we start every episode, bro. We
her
guess artists. Katy Perry.
No. She's got like green hair and she won like everything like last year.
She won SZA? No,
No.
she's white.
I think therefore I am. What's that girl?
I think therefore what is that? That's like Socrates or some
Stop.
shit, dude.
What the hell are you talking about? Dude.
I think
Oh my God.
therefore I am. I got it, dude. I got it. You are thinking about dude, look, when I googled it says Kogita, Ergo Sum. It's like way back the guy
I know
who
what
came up
she
with.
uses that lyric.
Descartes. Literally, I knew it was some old level shit.
You're
dude.
right.
I think, therefore, I am. Man, I'm so out of touch on like the top 40 shit.
What the hell is her name? Everyone is like watching this screaming.
No, yeah, right. I was literally vacuuming listening to a best of Jay-Z and Tupac before this. So I was listening
dude,
to
that's
Changes.
huge. And I'm actually gonna.
And you're like, dude, I think, therefore, I am.
this
green
girl right
hair.
here, green hair all the time. This girl's got green hair.
What's her name? Give me a name.
It's coming. I'm almost there.
And the people
Oh
want
my God,
a name,
the people
dog.
are just screaming. What an anticlimax! Just a little stupid.
It's right off the
reference.
top, baby. That's how we go. You know, we gotta warm up.
Always.
You know, we rev up and we get into gear, dog.
What? Like right here, dude. She's right there. What is her name?
Oh, that girl.
This girl right here.
Yeah. She's
For the love.
She's like, oh, and I slept. Her brother does all the production.
Her brother
for
does
her.
all her shit.
Best new female
artist.
artist. I gotta find this out. And like, by the way, once we figure out the name, we're not gonna talk about it all. We're literally
yeah,
just gonna
exactly.
move on. That's the funniest part. Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Oh my God.
Look, it was literally number one when you say
Oh
best
my-
new female
Oh,
artist.
that is embarrassing. Okay.
Billie Eilish.
What a mess. Sorry, guys. All right.
It was Billie Eilish,
It was
everyone.
Billie Eilish.
It was Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Dude, right before we went live, we're talking about this whole fucking construction site stripper fiasco in I guess Toronto or Milton.
Milton, yeah, Milton. Halton Hills.
So funny. We literally were like, what was the ethnicities these people? We watched the video and we're like trying to figure out. The one guy goes, Opa!
Yeah, Greeks.
Greeks.
Of course. Poor Greeks getting a bad rap. Every time the Greek, rep
time-
goes
yeah,
up,
exactly.
it just something like this happens.
Oh
you know?
my God, dude.
What a mess.
And they were working too. Their whole thing was that they don't work. These guys were working.
Oh my God.
And it's the guy's retirement. So you heard that the guy who videotaped it got beaten to the point he's
Yeah,
paralyzed?
I swear to God, I think it was a new young kid. He was a young kid working with them, and he filmed it and posted it, and that's
Stupid fuck.
And they beat
And
the
he
shit out of
posted
him.
it. That's the worst part.
Yeah,
That's the worst part.
You shouldn't do that. That's dumb. Like, you would think that they were like, hey, listen, we're going to have a stripper today. Don't film anything. Like,
That literally goes without saying
yeah.
on so many levels.
Yeah. He's clearly never been to a strip club because it's like you can't go to a strip club and just start filming
Yeah,
while you're in there. It's
right?
like, yo, guys, I'm at a strip club. Like, you can't do that.
Even forget that. It's like they're not, the fact that they're not at a strip club makes the act way worse. For all those old guys, marriages, their families, divorces happen from this 100%.
Oh, for sure. And the best part is like she's on a wooden table with no drywall on the wall, and they're drywallers. It's like they didn't even finish the room.
Yes, they just got the contract. They didn't even start, and it was the first floor too. It wasn't even like the top floor.
They're like, guys, let's do it in one of the rooms that aren't finished.
Yeah, right.
Do it in the house next door. Like, but why?
What a mess! What an idiot! What an idiot!
You guys got to watch the video. I love it. Opa!
And I thought, I literally did drywalling back in 2010 all summer.
Yeah.
And that in London, I'm from London, Ontario. That is cornered by not the Serbs, the Bosnians in London.
Bosnians, got it.
Do you notice that? Because have you ever done construction?
Oh yeah. My whole teens and 20s.
There you go.
Yeah.
Isn't it hilarious how cultures corner like the masonries, like Italians, and like this is like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I found that it was always like the sprinkler guys were always Russian guys. I don't know why that was a thing. Every time they were like, get the sprinkler guys in here, they got to install the sprinklers in the backyard. It was like 15 Russian guys. Well, I feel like it doesn't really, it's just like whatever group you're choosing is that group. You know what I mean? Sorry, whatever trade you're choosing has a nationality, but it changes from place to place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the nationality shows up and they go, okay, what isn't taken
What is my
yet?
thing here?
Yeah, what's not taken? Okay, grass cutting, perfect. And then it's like you have an all Asian grass cutting crew.
Exactly.
That's everywhere. Yeah.
And then when the other waves of that nationality come, they hit London. They go, what's the job for Bosnians? They go, oh, my cousin's got a drywalling thing. My other cousin's got a drywalling thing. So they just literally hop in what's already been established.
Exactly. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Dude. What were you in? What was your thing?
I was always in landscaping or like, hardscape construction, that kind of thing. Like, finishing backyards and interlocking and things like that. So like
new developments or all like
it depends. Like it was everything. Yeah. I have a couple uncles that like one does more bigger projects like new development.
Like the big contracts.
Yeah, bigger contracts. And one of them was more like residential stuff. And it was all like, lifting relays, laying backyards. And then it's like,
was it all Italians with you?
All Italians. Yeah.
All Italians.
All Italians. Yeah. Yeah. But it's funny because like with my other uncle, like you said, like if it was bigger developments, you would see these other crews that were contracted in to show up. So
and
like
it would
the
be
Russians,
all like Russians.
all Russians or all Asian guys just laying sod or whatever, laying grass.
Yeah,
and shit. You know what I mean? Or like the fence guys would be just Portuguese and show up, just hammer out a fence in a day. You know what I mean?
I thought you said showing up hammered. It's like, yeah, they were hammered.
Yeah,
and they would hammer out a fence.
Exactly. And no one recorded it.
Yeah,
and said anything about
as
it.
goes by unwritten rule.
Yeah, that just like my uncle would just bust my ass if I had my phone out.
Oh, look at these fucking.
Well,
do how your uncle does. Is he
like,
foreign?
He's not that foreign, but he's got like a raspy, like, so you put the fucking phone away, you piece of shit. Like, because he'd be like, you're a fucking dog fucker, put the phone away, like that kind of thing, But you just not have your phone out, period, because you're being lazy or whatever. But it's like on lunch, you have your phone out, you're going through Instagram, whatever. You take pictures of your food or like a joke of a buddy sitting around, like, or whatever. You're like, check out this loser, and just film your uncle doing something stupid. But you don't fucking post it. You show your cousins and be like, look how dumb this guy is.
This is the TikTok age, though, where it's like that line is blurred. So this dumbass. Literally, someone needed to tell him that. Yeah, he thought, yo, I'm good. This is going to go viral. No, dude.
It went viral.
Get you killed.
It for sure went viral.
It did go viral.
Yeah. It went on mainstream news.
Just not the way you wanted.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, apparently he's paralyzed. Isn't that fucked?
And then now it's like, like he'll sue them or it's like, what? It's just a mess.
The drywall company
exactly,
and then they're going to sue Mattamy Home. It's going to be a mess.
It's a mess.
I can't wait to see how that transpires.
Oh my God. But fuck all that, man. What's new with you, bro? How are you surviving this fucking lockdown? We got another one coming up. This fucking Ford. This guy is a fuck.
Stay at home. But if you have to, say you're exercising, go to the grocery store, but the big ones only. I don't know. I feel like everyone is just fed up, man. Like, no one cares. I feel like, because whoever you ask, they go, I don't even know. What are the rules now?
Dude,
like,
it's literally the exact same way. Like, if for anybody who just moved to Toronto, you'll notice that, like, one sec. because I don't have a producer, I'm always so scared something's not recording.
Yeah, you're like, hold
I'm
on
like,
a
let me
minute.
just check it.
Yeah.
Bro, when I first moved to Toronto, you would want to park somewhere and it'd be 3 street signs. Like, between this day and this day, don't do it. Between this time, you got to break out a calculator to
I
figure
just
out.
did that now.
Can I park here? I gotta need it. That's like the lockdown right now.
Yeah.
Like, what is allowed? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's like always looking at a parking sign in Toronto. It's like, hold on a second. And then there's
There's
a sign.
3.
There's 3, but then there's one on the other side
Yeah,
that's
right.
fucking you anyways. You're like, dude, that happened to me once. I remember I used to get so many parking tickets. I would take a picture of the sign, and then they sent me back the other side that said, this is a loading zone. And I'm like, buddy, that's got to be on both sides.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is a $500 ticket.
They're like, no. Those signs only apply on a leap year. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What year is that? Yeah, I don't know. It's a mess, man.
Oh man, when I first moved to Toronto, man, I think in the first month I was here, I probably racked up $400 in parking tickets.
For sure.
Like everywhere I went, I was doing something wrong.
Yeah, I was getting tickets that were $400. You know, I don't know.
You were in front of hydrants. That just goes without saying.
The
You're
hydrant-
like, which hydrant? The red? Which one do I not park in front of? The yellow one or the red one? It's like
Yeah.
none of them.
This one's blue. What do I do?
Yeah.
You ever seen those blue ones? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Is there
that mean,
water in that?
Yeah, does that mean it doesn't work anymore? Is
I've
this
never seen a blue
dormant?
one.
No, they have these blue ones, and I'm like, are these like dormant?
Blues 3+1 by Jimmy Smith from Spotify.
You unplug that. No, actually, yeah, unplug that shit. That's what happens when you have an Alexa. Dude, at one point I was thinking, oh, fuck, the Alexa's here. They're going to be able to hear everything. Then I was like, what am I I'm going to release this episode.
Yeah.
What does it matter?
It's true. Yeah, I had a train of thought. I forgot what it was. You asked me how I'm doing.
Thanks, Alexa, you fucking asshole.
I unplugged her. So
Yeah,
she can't
good.
respond.
She's still listening, though.
Stupid fuck.
Amazon will make sure she is still listening.
Yeah, it's like have a grace period of 5 minutes after it gets unplugged.
Yeah, exactly. What are they? That's where all the sweet talk is. Once someone unplugs it,
Oh, yeah.
that 5-minute period, that's when
You know what
want
trips me out? You have an iPhone? I don't. Do you have an iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
iPhone. Yeah.
You know you can do that thing where you leave your AirPods in a room, and it will listen, and you can turn it on your phone where you can listen to what's going on in the room while you're not in the room.
I had no idea about
Oh,
that.
bro, you got to do it. You got to do it.
How does it work? So let's say I have AirPods, which I don't. Okay, let's say I did.
Yeah.
I leave it here.
You leave your AirPods here, like even just one of them on the table or whatever, or anywhere. And there's a setting in your phone. I can't remember what it's called, but you can turn like listening mode on. So then when you're, let's say you're upstairs, right? I could just be down here like fucking the boss is a piece of shit.
Yeah, just talking alone.
Just talking shit. Yeah, alone. Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, but what you can just leave it places and it will listen to the room. It's called like room noise or something like that, and you can just leave it in the room and it will pick up.
So
all the
people
sound.
use that as like a baby monitor or to find out if their spouse is cheating, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
There was probably one in that construction site, just to the side.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to figure this out, but then
Yeah.
a dumbass recorded the whole thing.
Opa.
Man.
That's
like,
funny.
There's so many little things. So you keep one and then you listen on the other one, or like your phone used the speaker function on your phone to hear.
I think you can do both.
That's so crazy. That seems
And
kind
again,
of like.
I saw this on TikTok, so.
And you tried it?
I tried
Oh,
it
no,
on
you didn't
my
have it.
girls. I don't even have one. Yeah, I tried it on my girls thing, and she's got it, and we were just like putting it in separate. I'm like, buddy, now you can hear if people are talking shit about you. Like, this is the best.
That seems kind of like an issue. Like Apple designed it like that too. But then, like I was saying, you could probably use it as a baby monitor.
True.
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're like, why don't we make it two-way instead of just hearing? It can hear for you. It's like a, yeah, I don't know.
That's not how you spy, you idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
He's wearing a wire.
It's a fucking
It's
AirPod.
just a one
tape
AirPod
or
with a
shit.
tape.
Yeah. We went the same
That's a
place.
sketch. Make that a sketch,
Yeah.
dude. Yo, you're killing it with the sketches.
Trying, man. I mean, that's all we can do, right? Like, a lot of
You
people.
and Alexander, what's his name?
Austin
Alexander.
yeah.
Yeah, you and this guy, dude.
Yeah.
So many different ideas. What's your process for coming up with shit?
We try to think of locations first. We're like, okay, where can we shoot? What do we have access to? And then we're like, okay, what would be good here? And then we just, and just follow that.
The work
train of
backwards technique. I like
exactly. You just work backwards, and then all of a sudden, you plant a character to it.
Yeah.
And then it starts to write itself, and you improvise it a couple times between each other, put it on paper.
I like
hone it a
that
couple
Bay Street
times.
one you guys did. So you guys just
Yeah.
had access to a bathroom for that one.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, this is a nice
We have a
bathroom.
stall. What do we do here?
Yeah. It's funny because we were using a different bathroom that looked like shit.
Yeah.
And then the guy comes in. He's like, "Are you guys shooting in the bathroom?" We're like, "Yeah, that's okay." He's like, "Dude, I have a way better bathroom."
Boys.
Yeah, he's like, "What are you guys doing? You're in suits." He's like, "Let me bring you to a better bathroom." And then there was like this really nice bathroom that they were finishing, and I was like, "This is great." So, yeah, dude, there's nothing else you can do really. Like a lot of people are asking me, like, are you still writing jokes for stand-up? And I'm like, yes, but
they're coming from the way I'm thinking about it is my home run sketches during COVID. I'm gonna make those bits.
Yeah,
but
of
in
course.
the meantime, if you can't flesh out, or is it flesh out or flesh out? I'm thinking fleshlight.
I think it's flush out.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish out these ideas.
Yeah. If you can't flush it out, I have no drive to write. It's like it's just this might be a good joke or a bad joke. I have no
idea.
No idea.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the problem. It's like I could write 15 drafts of one joke. I don't know which one's the better draft.
Right?
Yeah, it's like
I need
there's
an
no point of
audience.
this. Yeah, and it's like people are like, why don't you just rant to the camera? Like say your bit, and it's like, okay. Then I go to the comment section. It's one laughing face. I don't know where that laugh is.
not even that, dude. I do rant to the camera on my solo episodes.
Yeah.
No one leaves comments. So I don't even.
You're like, hey guys, do you mind just tell me where you laughed there?
Yeah,
So I'm trying to hone a bit here.
Leave a comment on the funniest thing, guys. I'm
Yeah.
really trying to work on my act during COVID.
Yeah. Or the someone gave me another. They're like virtual shows, and I'm like, man, I'm performing to a bunch of blank screens. Like half of them don't even have their video on, and even when they do, there's an internet delay, so I don't know exactly which word sparked
Soul
that.
crushing.
Exactly.
It's soul crushing.
Yeah. So I feel like you just, as comics, we move our brain to wherever it needs to be.
Yeah,
It's like right now, it's like, okay, what can we do? Podcasts, and
Podcasting is the best, hands down. It's free. It flows.
Yeah.
It's like it's the medium where it's like. For a while, when I first started podcasting, I thought you had to be funny constantly. People are gonna turn this thing off. But I realized, think about what I listened to. I used to listen to The Fighter and the Kid a lot.
Oh, nice.
And I used to listen to the Leah shit at one point. Like I don't care about his whole fucking whatever.
Of course,
but, like,
yeah.
I just realized that so often it's like they're constantly going for the joke, and it gets so tiring. And now I look at my favorite podcasts are the one where they're funny, and when the funny comes, they lean into it, laugh, and then go back to just being real. That's the best.
Well, and I feel like a lot of people, like non-comics, they love hearing behind the scenes of comedy or just comics trying not to be funny and just talking about regular shit. I find like they get interested in that. Like I don't know if you just have a buddy who's not in comedy at all, but like the things they ask you and want to know, it's very strange. You're like, what am I, like a zoo animal? They're like, how does it work?
Yeah,
whatever,
right?
And they're like you're a magician or some shit. And I find that people are gravitated to just the conversational aspect even more than us trying to find bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And I just can't get over how much better I like this setup now that I could look you in the fucking eye.
Right,
man.
and my neck is feeling nice.
Man,
You know what I mean?
I always just remember because I have my old chairs right behind you there. The camera won't pick up on it, but like, damn, it was so much different back and it's so much better.
Dude, it's like season 1 of anything. You know what I mean? Like Seinfeld, South Park. Like, dude, it grows. You know what I mean? So
it evolves.
Congrats on the growth.
I appreciate you, man. I put in some tracks on some anchors, and
Yeah,
you're like, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, like, I can get a guy in here to maybe fix that up a little bit.
We'll drop the drywall. We'll put in headers. There's like, what?
Yeah.
Chill.
We'll have a stripper on here.
Yeah, exactly. We'll put some drywall here. We're gonna stripper coming in at 2:00.
The best part is like the
I'll
stripper.
get divorced at 4:00.
Yeah, and then you'll beat the shit out of me at 6.
At 6:00.
Yo,
He's like, don't touch me, man. I'm wearing an AirPod.
you're the king of callbacks for this show. Yeah. Speaking of not trying to find the bits, I thought it was really funny that they did. They made the table that she was dancing on. Like they do this all the time. Like in construction, they'll use
It's
like
makeshift, just a couple 2x4s.
exactly. They'll like
long nails.
Exactly. They'll like put together like some leftover lumber from the stairs that they made or whatever, like some shit ladder, and they just put it together. And it's like stand on there.
They're just fucking. That was the most working that happened that day. Good day, yo. Just a couple of nails.
Dude, no one ever thinks about it from the point of view of the stripper. I feel like for us, I look at it as like gigs. Like she went to a gig.
Legit.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like you get in there, and she's just like, okay, they're probably paying me a couple grand. I don't know. And then I'm hoping she got a couple grand.
This is not a $400 job. We're talking about 56-year-old Greek drywallers.
Oh my God! She's
know
like,
what I
what is
mean?
it? Drywallers? Oh, Greek drywallers.
Double. It's double. Yeah, those guys are touchy.
Oh yeah, exactly. Those old school guys are,
They got
man.
those calloused hands.
Oh,
You know,
brutal. And she's standing on there, and their pants are down, and they're rubbing her like that's fucked. I hate. It's like
think
that,
about the mindset they're at though. Like
Yeah.
that's probably far from their worst job.
You think so?
Yeah, because
As a
think about
stripper?
it. Someone has their phone out, so in their mind, they're thinking, okay, there's at least like nothing crazy can happen. This is being videotaped. At least, right? From the other side, it's like, you idiot, put that phone away. You're gonna get us all done. And she's like, okay, keep recording. At least
She's like, keep filming because
Exactly,
in case one of
that's
these guys
safety.
does something fucked up. True, like from the danger point of view. Yeah. I view it as like a gig worker like us. I'm like, that is probably her worst gig of the year.
yeah, right.
Or the best because
But
it
keep
was
in mind
on
it's
City
April.
News. She's like, unblur my face.
Yeah,
I
right?
need the press.
My name is Anastasia. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Blurring it.
Yeah.
She files a complaint. Oh man, we can't remove you from the video. Remove? No. I want the blur removed.
Yeah, I want the blur removed. I want to put my fucking watermark on the screen
Yeah,
so they
right?
can find my OnlyFans.
I work on referrals exclusively. Okay.
I got to go to another site after this.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
go all the way to Sifton in London, Ontario.
Dude.
A couple Portuguese fucking bricklayers.
Would
This
that be
indus-
worse? What do you think?
The Portuguese? I
Portuguese
don't know. This is
bricklayers
hilarious.
or
This
Greek
is a
drywallers?
great question. Greek drywallers or Portuguese bricklayers? You would think that the
bricklayers-
bricklayers are going to have the
Rougher
more
hands.
rougher hands, right? So, and it's very handsy. Based on the videos that say they do the exact same thing. I don't
think
know.
Greek
I mean,
guys are a little more wild in regard of like, you know what I mean? They're all about putting it in the ass, if that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Greek, going Greek.
Yeah, going Greek. I know that's cliche,
We'll keep her
but
fresh. I put her, don't worry, she's still died. I put her in her ass. She's
yeah.
she's still going to heaven. I put her in her ass. Don't worry.
yeah. I think that like
That's the funniest. Like,
yeah,
isn't that so funny?
I can't even. Yeah, all of that makes no sense.
Greeks are the closest to Arabs in that sense. When I learned about that,
Right.
because me and my buddy one time a long time ago, we like learned about call girls and stuff, and we like in London we called one. We're like, it was like a prank, but then it
For
went
sure.
like we learning. She's like, I don't do Greek, and we're like, Greek. She's like, anal, and we're like, that's Greek.
I
Like-
don't do Greek.
She's like, I don't do Greek, and like she's telling us what she does because we're like fucking 18 or something. We're like, hey, you were talking to a hooker.
You don't do Greek. You're like, what?
We're like, that's, and then later I found out like that like a lot of Greek girls are just like Arab girls, where it's like there's a fear that when they get married, their hymen will be broken. So
Right.
they're like, you're not a virgin. So they go
Right.
anal to preserve it,
Right. They just go anal their whole teenage years.
which is so much like slutty or everything. You know what I
right.
mean?
I only do anal.
I only do anal.
Why? I'm saving it for marriage. It's like that is. Wait a second.
Husband's like, can we do anal? She's like, no.
She's like, I
I
spent.
don't do
20
that
years.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You should have hit me up in high school. I was doing anal every Saturday. I don't know.
Why do they call me? Why do you think they call me Anna Lee?
Oh my god. Dude, that's hilarious.
Oh fuck, man, dude.
This construction site. What is this? We're on 30 minutes already. We got like 6 bits out of this.
Yeah, exactly. We're just writing. Man,
Yeah.
I want a producer so bad. What?
Why, are
I'm
you
really
worried
gonna
about-
be able to realize the potential of just like free flowing conversation and everything once I have a producer. Because
Right.
like I have a constant fucking worry that one of these is gonna stop recording, bro. A constant worry. Like
True. I have the same tripod.
it's not bad, right?
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
It's a solid new ear. They make good stuff.
New ear.
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. I was gonna just try to make you pronounce it to see because I'm like newer.
Newer, yeah. I got
Yeah.
a newer one.
I
It's
got
like
a
what?
newer.
This one's brand new. No, I got a newer one.
What?
It'll be like a Family Guy bit that keeps doing.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you when you film? Do you film all on tripod or do you go?
I got a guy that comes, couple camera ops sometimes that like they'll just they'll handy cam it depending on what we're trying to do kind of thing. But like that Bay Streeters one or whatever in the back.
That was all
just on tripods.
Yeah. But I find that in my own experience, that like a moving cam. So like
The Office or something.
yeah, The Office is like real camera shake, like whoa, like
Yeah.
the most effect. But just the dynamic movement
Yeah.
leads usually to the viewers watching longer.
For sure.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because something, it's not like when I do like it's a great thing where no one needs to move or it's limited number of people. I need to just set it up and then go in the shot and do it.
Right. Yeah.
It's something about that tells people, oh, this is a produced thing. There's no movement. But now it's the age of like, there has to be.
Not static.
Yeah,
stuff.
like not necessarily it has to be not static, but.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Like I remember watching my own sketches, and we had one guy who stayed static and one guy who was moving a lot, and I found that I was getting more bored with the static stuff. Yeah, I was like, I don't like, it keeps cutting back to a static, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm getting bored of this. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It almost like it makes your brain think that nothing's gonna happen and nothing's gonna get, like, the dialogue's not gonna push or whatever. You know what I mean?
And TikTok's the ultimate version of that, where it's like people aren't just moving their phone, they're zooming in. Then they cut and they stop and they're like over here.
Right.
It has to be like, that's
Constant
the problem
movement.
with content is that like, you can't just have a good idea really. Now you need to fucking
Add
like,
some production creativity almost.
and you need to just force it to the times of what the, what's it called? Attention span is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if
Yeah.
it's a good idea, you got to be like cutting. The cutting has to be a little on the frantic side just so
Right.
people fucking
Yeah.
stay involved.
I don't know, because like a part of me goes, all right, like I feel like every medium has its place. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to take a sketch, for example, like a 5-minute YouTube. Yeah. And then you can just, the
Or
shorter
Facebook.
it gets, or Facebook. Yeah. And the shorter it gets, the different the medium. Do you know what I'm saying? And like even YouTube videos have a style. TikTok has a style. Reels on Instagram have a style, or just regular. You know what I mean? Like it depends on your.
Oh, 100%.
medium,
For non-content creators, the toughest part for a content creator is they go, always make native content for the platform. It's like, so
Right.
that means now I got to make a sketch for YouTube. I got to do a reel. I got to get on TikTok, do that language. It's like, at some point, man, it's just like, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, okay, I got to post a thing. I got to put that. I got to fucking.
Yeah.
I'm just
I need a
fuck.
thumbnail. I need
Right?
to resize this. It's a disaster. I think like people, I don't know, people just want to see more content of you, and they become fans of you. And then I think just whatever you do, they're going to like or not like and move on. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you're saying with the attention span. And I don't know. Like, I know it's getting shorter, but I feel like you said, it adapts to where you are, and wherever you're going to be, they're going to come or not. You know what I mean? Like TikTok, for example, sorry to keep going, but like TikTok, it's like they got their fan base, and you'll see people on TikTok with like 1 million followers. You click their Instagram, they don't have 1,000 followers, right? Where you're like, okay, so your niche is here.
It's
You know what I mean?
specifically in this spot.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just tough, but you're right though, because your fan group is your fan group. So it's like on all my platforms, when they give you analytics about who is watching you.
Yeah.
For me, it's like all my platforms, 25 to 34-year-old is like the peak of the pyramid, and like 60-70% males. Like I know exactly the demo. 25 to 34.
Yeah.
So it's like those are the people that their attention span is still fine. Like, I can't appeal to an 18-year-old because I got to do a cut every 3 seconds. I can't hold the same angle for 5 seconds because I lost them.
Yeah.
And I need to include music. If I want to appeal to younger than 20, it needs to have music and needs to be frantic with the cutting.
It's so disheartening, bro.
But just lean into your people. So it's like,
true. But then you feel like the longevity of that is you're gonna be like, let's say you're 60. You're only going to be, again, your fan base grows with you, and then eventually you become obsolete and you're just done. Right? And I know.
But there's no way around that, though.
You're right.
Right?
Yeah.
There's
you're like,
no way
then
around
you
that.
die, and then you have no content.
Yeah. You're like, bro, I'm trying to keep it fresh at 70. It's like, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're like, you go to a George Carlin fucking show and no one there is under 40.
Yeah. Like, your audience will grow with you.
Yeah.
Which is...
There's nothing
a
wrong with it.
relieving.
Yeah.
It's actually a relieving idea, because then it makes you think. Because then, if you had to think, how can I constantly get younger and younger people? that would be a pressure that would be like a hell level pressure. It's
Yeah.
already bad being like, I gotta make native content for all these, but to think, how do I appeal to 15-year-olds because they'll be buying tickets in 10 years? Fuck all that,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
I'll lose my
It's like,
mind.
Yeah, it's like, how am I gonna not get gray hair? It's like, good luck, buddy. All the best.
You're
You know?
done. Yeah, and
it's
I'm
like,
balding, bro. I can't appeal to a 15-year-old.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna age, and that's
I
it.
gotta wear a hat every
Yeah.
time I go. Don't you hate it when the teachers do this and I'm wearing a hat?
Yeah.
Gotta shave my beard.
I feel like there's a level of maturity that happens where people just end up opening their mind up a little bit. Like, let's say it's 25, for example. Once these people hit 25, it goes everything over 25. They look at.
They get it. It's like adult mode now.
Exactly, and they go, okay, and then there's just different varieties that you can, because dude, I know guys like in their late 40s that are only watch YouTube videos. They don't even, they like stream it to their TV, and they'll go on your channel and watch everything, and that's their consumption of media. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I don't get it.
Because, you know, it's the, what's his name? Eric Andre. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Eric Andre effect. Every time I try to watch Eric Andre, I feel like my mind is melting.
Oh yeah, I can't do it.
I feel like my mind is melting. Like, I get headaches.
Yeah.
It's so like, well, and then I
Yeah.
get, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
that. So I feel like
That was a great impression.
that was pretty solid Eric Andre.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Eric Andre's content in a
Yeah.
nutshell. What? I said,
Come
what?
burst through a wall and shit. Yeah.
I feel like 40-plus-year-olds, or not even 45, like the people you're talking about, like general population,
Yeah.
turn on TikTok, and that's what they see when they open TikTok.
Yeah.
Like everything is that. What? Don't you? Like, you know what I mean? It's so they get afraid of that.
Yeah.
They're just like, fuck, let me just stick with what I know.
It's funny. The reason why I like TikTok, I can't stand it, but the part that I like about it is you can see how long a minute really lasts. Like, you can see slow content on TikTok and fast content on TikTok, and it's the same length. You know what I mean?
You're so right.
You see the
That's such a good
dynamics
point.
of a minute.
Because sometimes you see a video, you're like, damn, this is all in 1 minute.
Yeah. And then you're like, I felt like this 1 minute was 5 minutes.
It was 5 minutes because the guy goes, it'll be like, here's the thing about Bitcoin that you don't understand. Look at this. And then it'll be like in front of like a green screen. Like when you saw the numbers in March 15, like he's fitting a fucking like lesson into a minute.
Yeah.
You know
and then you see exactly what, and this is why I can't stand talking to people much older than us. But then you see someone do it really quick cuts, and you're like, oh my God, this minute felt like 5 seconds, right? And then that's why when we talk to people that are older than us, like let's say our parents' generation, right? 60s, 70s, they're probably out there like between 50 and 7 years old. When they tell a story, buddy, you're like, if you
so much
don't-
air.
Oh my
So much air.
You're like, if you don't pick up the fucking speed or get to the point, I'm leaving Christmas dinner.
Yeah, you're from a different time. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
my
I know you're my like dad or my uncle or whatever, but like, come on, you know, you're losing people, man.
Oh,
you're losing people. Hurry! This is a good. I can tell it's getting somewhere, but you're losing people.
Dude,
It's like that Sebastian bit with the Passover. It's like, let
Yeah.
the Italians cater. It's
You're
like,
losing
it's like,
people.
can we get some bread? You're losing people.
Dude, it's so true. Like, I'll be at dinner, and like, my dad will tell a story from what happened during the day. And I'm like, so this guy, you don't even, he came to my office.
You're already out.
I'm like, Dad, pick it up. Yeah. Like, get to the guy in the room.
Whoa, slow down. What's the rush?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. I'm like, because everyone probably here has a story, and dinner's only about 30 minutes. So let's go, bro. Like, it's so annoying, dude. And it gets worse with your grandparents. Fuck. I don't know. Do you have any grandparents?
I have no grandparents that are alive.
Oh, man. My grandfather is just like, if he'll tell a war story, you're like, brother, this could be 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Right, and I
would
guess
he
that's the
Does he
comic-
start it off always the same?
Yeah, he's like, he'll start it off describing the scenery, like down to the fucking
Dude, he's like a
detail.
director. He's like Scorsese.
Yeah, and down to the detail. And I've recorded him say a couple of his stories to camera because I'm like, no one would believe this nonsense. Whether it's not like walking to school 15 kilometers, no shoes till I was 9.
Uphill
and like,
both ways.
Yeah, that kind of shit. And you're like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like,
I love those old people stories. It's just like you said, where it's like they set the scene and they'll be like, it was August. No, it was September. No, I think it was August. You're like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
But you know what I love about that generation is they know the year no matter what.
Unless it's recent.
Unless it's recent.
There's like that first 30, 40 years where
Yeah.
they remember everything.
Yeah.
And then recent stuff, they don't really know what's happening.
Yeah, they're like, we moved.
They ran out of hard drive space, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. They never bought another one. But they like my grandfather would be like, "Oh yeah, we moved into that house in 1971." I'm like, "Really?" And then they're like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "Oh, and we moved out in '88, and then we bought this place in like mid 2001." And I'm like, "What?" And like for me, it's like, I'll be like, "When did we move out of that house?" And my dad's like, 2006. And I'm like, "Fuck, I don't." Where for me, I'm like, all of it's one piece.
Yeah,
you know what I
right?
mean? Like, I don't have year dates.
You know what it is though? I think if you got the house and you remember the mortgage appointment, you remember the year.
Right, yeah. He's
As a guy who just lives in the house, you're like, is that what it was? But they're like, yo, we fucking went looking for a mortgage.
Yeah, that whole year was looking for the
it
house.
Was 71, trust me. 71.
Because 69 was way better, and so was 70.
Dude, we're gonna be there, man.
It's true.
We're gonna be there. It's gonna every like generation thinks theirs is like the best, and things are getting weird. But we're at the cusp now where. Do you remember watching what was it? iRobot? Was it a Will Smith movie? It was iRobot or no iRobot?
iRobot, yeah.
He goes to that storage shed and pulls out a motorcycle and puts her on. She's like, "Does this run on gasoline?" He's like, "Yeah." You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's the future where it's like you're gonna be a badass because you gotta like regular people with gasoline cars are gonna seem like the guy right now with like the 71 Cadillac, like those 71 DeVille. That's like fucking waxed to the max. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No conversation with his wife, but the car's for.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's gonna be anybody with a gas car in like 2050. It's like, damn, these people are hipsters as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you got a 2-door Jeep, bro.
Yeah, right.
My dad's got a Wrangler.
I was thinking
The top
that
comes off.
like in 30, 40 years when they retrofit like a lot of the gas stations to like, they're not gonna break them down. They'll retrofit them to that's where you'll do electricity recharging, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then it'll be like a little old pump with like webs on it.
Yeah,
For the gas pump, it'll be like us, just like with a fucking our old BMW.
It still runs.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want? It still runs. Yeah, yeah.
You run out of power, what happens? I got a fucking jug in the trunk.
Yeah, exactly. How are you gonna tow your boat on electricity, you idiot? Yeah, you're in the middle of Timmins. That's too far
Timmins.
for that joke.
Yeah.
We're talking up to 400.
I should have bailed on that.
Yeah.
Fuck, this Doug Ford stuff is driving me crazy because, like, all these U.S. comedians are announcing tour dates, and I'm like, dude, I can't even leave my house without a grocery bag, or you know what I mean? Like, I'm afraid of just getting fucked with unless I have a reason to be outside my home. I'm running. I've got running shoes on with a grocery bag and a fucking doctor's appointment slip.
You know what I'm doing? I'm doing Amazon. I have so many Amazon bags, and I pretend
Like boxes, bags?
Sorry, not bags. You know those like if you order something really small, it's like in that like sleeve
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, the white.
the white
Yeah,
sleeves.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So I have like 9 of those in my car, and I'm like, I'm just returning stuff to Amazon.
They're like, that's not essential. You're like, it's not?
It's not. What do you mean?
Step out of the car, sir. You literally
Yeah.
like-
Jesus Christ.
Like, the man, fucking Texas has opened up. Fucking.
I don't get it, man.
Oh, but fucking, dude, Texas just had was it Texas? They just had another mass shooting.
Yeah. You know what I found really funny about that? It's not funny at all, but when
Oh, God.
you know what's funny about mass
The
shootings?
deaths. Yeah. You know what I found hilarious? The families.
Well, Biden said we're gonna start doing this, like we're get rid of guns, and then Texas was like, "Really? We're doubling down. Everyone can have a gun." And within 6 hours, there was like 2 mass shootings from when he said that, and I was like, "This is fucked. Like they're in another place, man."
They're so Wild West thinking that they're like, the reason those people died is because they didn't have guns to shoot back. Are you crazy, dude?
Yeah.
You're just, it was a postal office. The guy came and started spraying. Let's say the 8 people had guns. They just start shooting, kill a guy who's behind them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then you just have bullets going
You have
everywhere.
bullets going everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. They're like, without like.
I love that their answer is always more guns. I die. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, and I know a lot of people that are pro guns. I have a couple buddies that are pro guns, and I'm just like, I understand the whole, that's my right sort of thing, and like, there's a line there of rights. But in the end of the day, dude, it's like you don't need a fucking M16 to go get your fucking milk.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
I bet they have it. They're like, this is my, and then it's always like, this is my right. It is my First or Second Amendment right. They're always like quoting old fucking century-old documents.
Yeah,
it is
written on fucking napkins.
It is my right. It is like, dude, I get a gun in your glove box and a gun in your house. I'm saying two different guns. I get that.
Yeah.
I get someone coming into your house. I'd rather grab a handgun than a bat when I go downstairs. I get that. A gun in my glove box, I get that. But fucking open carry at work with your gun, because it's like that, it's only going to go south, man. Because any heated, people are, you're going to have your gun on you when they go to bars. I bet you Texas, people are drinking with everyone's got guns in their holsters.
Oh my God.
Think of any bar fight. I'd be afraid to cut somebody off in Dallas.
For sure. Dude, think of any place past midnight, right? Well, I mean, over there, I think
Men,
you can drink
alcohol,
later.
and open carry. Dude.
What'd you say to my girl, boy?
Right?
Yeah,
right?
That's stupid. I mean, I've gone to a couple gun ranges and held some guns and shit, and like you do feel pretty fucking
You feel
badass.
like on top of the world,
Yeah, you're
bro.
like, no one can fuck with
You're
me.
like, fuck Canada. I am America.
Yeah, I've got to. It's crazy. So like, I get it, and for me to feel that way, or to be able to have the option of feeling that way all the time, you won't want to say no. Do you know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's like a black belt in your pocket.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It is confidence to the max. It's like, no, I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've got about 30. I got 30 rounds that
Of
make me
being
feel
right.
like I'm pretty right.
Until I run out, I'm right, pal.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. You know? What I mean?
Exactly.
You know what? Let's talk about this.
That's crazy. Yeah, one of the funniest Doug Ford things I saw, they were saying like one of the plans was if you're alone, if you live alone, you have the option to choose one of your
household.
neighbors. Dude, I have not laughed that hard because it's like I always just think of the other neighbor.
That's like, what the fuck, bro? What do you mean? Yeah, or the one neighbor that like you knock on their door. They said I get to choose one. The guy goes, go to the other guy.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, not this guy again.
Yeah. I got 6 people in this house. Go to the other guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's funny.
It's so weird, man. This is the first time where it's like there's a tiny list of people that are still in lockdowns.
Yeah.
And this lockdown that's coming, it's like, are we the last?
I think they said outside of Brazil, I think we're up there in top 3.
Like,
for worst
what's going
lockdown
on
situation.
here?
That's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Why, like, you know what I mean? Like, I read into it. It's like, Doug Ford's like, we need the vaccines. Like, he's saying it to the federal government. We need vaccines. We need vaccines. It's like, why can't we get these? It seems like it's not just an issue of actual finances. It's an issue of politics.
Yeah. For me, I'm at the point where if this doesn't work, then just open it up and just see what happens. Survival of the fittest. I hate that idea. I really do. And I'm not for it. But it's like we've tried everything else, and now we're like last year we were laughing at the US because LA was on fire. Now Montreal's on fire, and they're laughing at us because they're fucking going to nightclubs and comedy clubs are open and everything's fine. So it's
Is Montreal rioting right now?
Oh yeah.
Really? I know they had their curfew. Are they like rioting to that level?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I mean, I think it was like less than a month ago. The fucking half the place was on fire. Dude, I saw videos last night of people just fucking the curfew, just beating people in the street. Like the cops are fighting the people.
Oh, like the SWAT, like like military.
The military's all over
guard,
downtown, just beating people. Like that's fucked.
Go home, asshole. COVID. Just saying COVID.
COVID bats.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone release your COVID bats.
Yeah.
They're just literally the regular ones.
Yeah. Texas, it's like M16s versus tanks. Montreal, it's bats versus hands. Fuck. Primitive over here.
It's so crazy. And the fucking mass shootings just... The mass shooting really makes you feel like, oh, thank God I'm in Canada right now. You know, it's the only time where it's like, fuck this lockdown. Another mass shooting in the States. Canada's...
Yeah, it's like, I'd rather be inside.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
You know
stay
what I mean?
inside.
Like,
yeah. I do feel like, I even though I said this like 6 months ago, I was like, there's probably going to be riots soon in Toronto with what's going on. Is someone buzzing? Not me.
No. I think it was maybe my can hit the table too hard.
Yeah.
It is iced tea.
I love iced tea. It's one of my favorite. I remember having like 2 cases in a night once. That's why I said no. That shit's like crack to me, bro.
2 cases in a night? You fell off the like bandwagon. Like
yeah, Nestee's fucked. I could put that shit in my veins. Give me Moderna ST shots.
What if it was brisk? You'd be like, ugh.
Even
I'll take
even
it.
brisk. Yeah.
Ugh, I'll take it.
Yeah. Fine. Diet Coke, whatever.
You know, right? Like so.
I'll have it anyways. I guess. Yeah. I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh, I thought there was going to be riots. Because, dude, people are just fed up. Like, even people that I know that, like, wouldn't leave their house during COVID and, like, a year ago. Now they're just like, okay, buddy, I'm done. Like,
right?
I'm done with this shit. Like, you can't, how long can you do this? You know?
Like, where was I? I was watching the news, and it was like, they showed COVID cases, and they're like the highest in Ontario. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? How are they the highest?
Yeah.
What is happening here?
I don't know how they're like, oh, we could get to 18,000 cases a day. I'm like, what? Wasn't our max like 5? Like, how the fuck? What do you mean?
What is going, like, I keep, every month, I'm just like, yo, in a month we'll be good. In a month we'll be good. And it's like, just getting, I'm like, is this the beginning of some fucking, like the end of the world? Is Armageddon coming? What the fuck is happening?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wish I had an answer.
And the weirdest part about it all is that when you step outside your door, nothing is different. That's the weirdest part of it all. On the news, it's a nightmare. It is a fucking like crisis. You see the numbers, you see the graphs. You step outside, people are taking walks. The traffic is just as congested as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like businesses are doing curbside. Dead ones that are still alive are doing curbside.
Yeah, you know what, dude? It's exposing this uncertain government, which is I think is hilarious because like it's because you don't know the rules. Because every week it's like, okay, now you can go to Tim Hortons. Last week you couldn't, but it's like no one knows, so no one. It's like a diet with too many fucking rules. It's like okay, either I'm eating or I'm not. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? It's like it's all or nothing here, or at least make it very clear. Only grocery stores. That's it. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
I think it shows how young of a country Canada is.
That's true too.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like all our decision making is so juvenile. All these other countries were just able to like make decisions, handle it.
Yeah.
Handle it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even the States, sure, now they're dealing with mass shootings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Which is nothing new to them.
Nothing new to them. Yeah. Business as usual.
Yeah.
But at least states, the way they run, it's like 50 little countries.
Yeah.
Canada, everyone's kind of like the federal government dictates, and like one province is not going to be doing something crazily different from the other province. Well, like Ontario's always sucks. Our insurance is the worst. You know what I mean? Our fucking rent has been a nightmare. Our phone bill has always been a nightmare. And now COVID hits us the hard. Ontario's always, everyone wants to come here and it's the worst. Whereas in the States, everyone wants to go to Texas and it's the best. I mean, besides this gun shit.
Yeah. Aside from the mass shootings every day. Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I always say.
I did a podcast with a guy in Texas yesterday, 2 days ago. He's on his second shot. Everyone he knows is vaccinated. And he's like, you don't even have to wear a mask. He says, in fact, they make fun of if you wear a mask. In Texas right now, they go, pussy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Dude, that's what actually
they're
drives
so
me nuts.
far past. They're like us. They're like us in a year at this pace.
Man, I was talking to Ryan Long. He was in Miami, and he was like, dude, I'm doing shows. Like, because I saw, and I messaged him. I was like, yo, are you, like, on tour right now? He's like, yeah, dude. Like, it's going great. He's like, you would, like, in Miami, like, in Florida, he's like, you would think COVID never even happened.
See, in my mind, I'm like, is that because it's warm climate? I don't know.
I don't know the answer, and I don't think anybody does. Because, like, then you cut to Brazil, warmest climate. Buddy, it's like...
a nightmare over there, right?
There's just bodies in the streets in Rio. Like, it's crazy, dude. They're at, like, 10,000 a day. Deaths.
Deaths?
Deaths, bro. It's
Actually?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What the deaths?
I'll pull it up.
But then I guess if Ontario's
I think that
5,000 cases versus Brazil COVID numbers. Brazil's they're at their highest new cases.
Is it nothing like I said?
Damn, they got 80,000 new cases. Like
they've had over
they have like 85,000 cases yesterday, or like today.
85,000 cases.
New cases. 85,000. This is a country. Keep that in mind. But let's see new cases, deaths. Yeah, man, you're right. Like yesterday, it was like 3,500 deaths.
That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, what's the population of Brazil?
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's more than Canada.
211 million. So
almost Canada.
8 times Canada.
Is it?
Canada's like 38, isn't it?
36 million?
Canada population 38 million.
Okay, and what did you say Brazil was?
200.
Oh my
So
God.
we'll do a quick 211 divided by
And what,
38.
you can fit
for
Brazil
quick
where?
math here.
You can fit Brazil and Canada, what, like 5 times?
Brazil's still a big, like, it's five and a
pretty-
half. So 5.5 times the size. And they're having
And it's way more
3,800
dense.
deaths, yeah.
Like, I think Rio is, I think Rio has more than Canada.
Actually,
People.
Rio de Janeiro.
Population. It's ridiculous.
That's the Rio de Janeiro, 6.7 million, but still a lot.
True.
And
What do I
yeah, I mean, there it's like probably, I guess, what is it? Probably a hospitalization issue. I don't even know. I don't know.
Well, dude, it's so dense. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen videos of Rio. It's so dense.
No, I know the slums and everything.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I don't care? Is that fucked up? Is it bad that
No.
our situation right here? I just for a second I was like, oh my God, Brazil. Then reality hit me. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
Like our shit's high as fuck. I can't leave. What am I worried about Brazil for? Our shit is not taken care of by any means.
Yeah, it's like
What do I
we're
care?
comparing ourselves to Brazil,
Oh my
which
God,
is
Brazil,
a third world country. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Is it third or
Ontario?
whatever?
Brazil's probably like second world.
Yeah.
Brazil's like one of those ones where it's like
They're in between.
their economy. They've got probably a handful of the richest people in the world,
Right.
and like probably the poorest people in the world, and everything in between. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Brazil second. I don't know. Either way, we're fucked here. Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't care
fuck
about.
Brazil.
I don't care about Brazil.
I've been saying fuck Brazil every World Cup. Let's keep it going.
Yo, you're just going to, bro. You're the fucking Italian flag all over your cars. 4 of those fucking.
Oh, for sure. I'm out of the sunroof with like a 50-footer.
Bro, right when speaking about that, right when the World Cup comes, you find out everybody who's got any fraction of Italian in them. That's
Sure.
when you find out.
That's true. And then you find out all your Asian neighbors just want to do what everyone else is doing and be a part of it. I'll never forget.
They do their countries or do they?
No, they don't. It's great. Every Asian neighbor I've ever had, like I used to live in, like everyone was Asian. A street I used to live on, buddy. It's like, who are you going for? Mark's the soccer guy. Who does he cheer for? Italy? Perfect. Italian flags. I moved. I swear to God, all German flags. I was like,
The guy who moved in was German.
I was like, these guys, man, they just want to be a
wanna
part of
get
it.
by. Yeah.
They just want to be cool.
That's so funny. It is so fashionable. And
Yeah.
especially with the NHL too, like my buddy with his Red Wings flag,
Oh,
those little like suction cup window flags.
Yeah.
Dude, those things probably like flood the ocean. They probably clog up every ocean every 4 years. There's probably 100 million of these that are just thrown. They're used
All
for
these
1
Italian
month.
flags just at the bottom of the ocean.
Brazil. Anybody who just that's the people that like
Brazil's
are
like
into
the
soccer.
Lakers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like Brazil. Like
Yeah.
what? FIFA? It's like, can I get flags? It's like, what country do you want? Brazil? Yeah, Brazil.
Yeah,
We're out of
Brazil.
Brazil. Do you have it to Italy? We're out of Italy. Okay, then just give me whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Canadian?
yeah, they're like, they're not in it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Can I still take it?
Yeah.
I wonder if that shit's even gonna happen at this point, though. The World Cup.
I mean, I got tickets to the Euro Cup actually last year, and
How'd that go?
didn't go. They moved it to this year, and now we're still waiting to see if it's a go. Like they said, the tournament's happening, but the fans, they don't know if it's going to happen for sure or not, and it depends on the country's rules because it's a multi. This year is like a multi-city hosting thing.
Yeah,
so like
okay.
there's some in Rome and London and whatever, and they have games everywhere. So I got tickets to see Italy play in Rome, and they're like, well, it depends on Rome's COVID rules, and Rome is the only fucking city that has not released what they're doing. Like, so right now, like if we were to go, we'd have to go there, quarantine 2 weeks in a hotel, pay for that, obviously, then go see the games.
Then go see the Vatican.
Yeah.
And then, right, walk by the Pope.
They put that in
see
there.
the Sistine Chapel. Then go
Then
see
you go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
2-week quarantine Sistine Chapel tour. What?
$50 to get into the Vatican.
Is
What the
law.
fuck is
Yeah,
this?
It's the law. It's the law. Yeah. It's part of the culture.
Yeah. Then we go home and then quarantine again.
Then we siesta, or is that Spanish?
Which one?
When you just take, what's that? Isn't that what your the nap after lunch? Is that a siesta?
Siesta. Yeah. Well, that's just sort of like the whole culture kind of thing of just like these. They work till lunch and then they have a 3-hour break and then work from 4 to 9, 10.
That is a culture. That is another example of Canada being so young. Canada just started and we modeled after England and America, right?
Yeah.
that's like old cultures when they figured out. They're like, hey, people don't work that well when people need a little bit more time.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's old cultures.
Dude, and they don't give a fuck. Like, I've been to Italy so many times. Like, if you knock on the door and like at a restaurant, anywhere, any business during that time, they like tell you to go fuck yourself. Even like you'll flash cash at the door. They'll be like, I don't care about the business. This is my time. Get the fuck out of here. Which is crazy to me. Over here, you'd be like, oh, you want to buy a sweater? Sick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
whatever.
I got a sandwich in my hand, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's, work first.
well,
you know?
what's the hours of the thing?
I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure it's
There's
until...
Italians at home like,
This fucking guy is ruining us out there. Yeah.
Just doing landscape and bricklaying. This fucking guy.
Jackhammer in
Yeah.
there.
Oh, that's the sound of the jackhammer.
Bro, what
It's
are you
not
doing
signal.
on these podcasts?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Brutal.
But it's like 2 to 4, like
I'm pretty sure it's from 1 to 4 or 1 to 3.
every day.
Every day. So like you work from like, 8 to noon, 8 to 1. And then you have this 3-4 hour break of like family time, lunch. Like they go home, they eat with their family, everyone relax. And then you go back to work if you want. And you work till like 9, 10 o'clock. So there's much more of a nightlife there.
Yo, yeah, that's Europe in general. Did you have
Yeah.
a lot of family in Italy?
Quite a bit, yeah. Quite a bit.
Where?
A lot of them are in Rome, and then like the extended ones are still in the small towns. You know what
Are
I
they
mean?
very country?
The ones who live in Rome are not, and they hate the ones who live in the country because
It's
they're
always like
these
that,
fucking
dude.
losers.
It's always like
Yeah.
that. Like
And
every
like-
Toronto guy is gonna be making fun of St. Thomas.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking St. Thomas.
Yeah, or look
fuck.
at the fucking these guys. And it's funny because like me and my brother did one of those like heritage trips, and we got to see like greats at the fucking mausoleum in the country place that we're from.
I've been to Milan for like a day. I didn't get the Italy experience.
Yeah, when
Milan's like the
like
most Toronto. It's like
Ex-
New York. Milan's
exactly.
like New York. It didn't feel like Italy at all.
Yeah, and everyone's
Everyone's wearing
a
all
bag.
black.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing all Milan's the first place I went where I saw, when you watch fashion shows?
Yeah, yeah.
And people are wearing like a fucking sphere and something. You're like,
Yeah.
what is this? People don't dress like that. In Milan, people dress like the
Yeah.
weirdest fucking like
Yeah.
fashion show shit that I've
Yeah.
ever seen. I'm like, damn, this happens here.
Yeah, it's like $5,000 shoes, all black, and then like a disco ball as a purse.
Like
and you're like,
exactly like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like this is so, but like I never got the experience of actual Italy though.
yeah, oh, it's great, dude. And that's the thing about Italy. It's like if you were to take all of Canada and put it into a small place, because like every half an hour, even 20 minutes you drive, it's like a different place. Like Milan, 20 minutes out of Milan, buddy, completely different place. You know what I mean? Like you're not. So it's like there's just, and every region has got their own dialect and their own. You know what I mean? So it's like Toronto man's times 1,000.
Actually,
you know what I mean? It's like
The
yeah,
hands singing that. It goes from
everything
this
is
to
a little
this.
different.
Oh, this guy's a fucking Milan.
The further south you go, it just completely rotates.
Do you speak Italian?
No, it's embarrassing. So
Oh,
like,
dude. So
Yeah,
that's
shoot me.
yeah, exactly.
It's
So
the
you're
worst.
there. They're like, what happened to you?
yeah, they're like, you idiot. It was funny because we went
But they
to-
love it. You probably eating like crazy.
Oh,
Like,
I love
I don't
it.
speak I don't speak Italian,
Yeah.
but I'll eat everything.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, all
I
right.
actually got ripped on at this restaurant because so my aunt from Rome took us to the old school parts, and we were eating at this restaurant, and me and my brother, it's called scarpetta, where you take the bread and you clean up the plate, right?
Yeah.
And you clean up all the sauce. Buddy, my aunt lost it, just ripping us apart. She's like, you know how
It's
disgraceful
like low
this is?"
quality. It's like disgraceful. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, you're supposed to. She's like, that's
at
disrespectful
home.
to the chefs because they feel like they didn't make enough food for you, and it's not enough. They're like, you're supposed to leave.
Wow.
Like, dude, my aunt, she'll get her plate and take like a portion of it and put it to the side and eat the rest, and then mess it up and give it back because then they go, okay, we fed you enough.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Whereas me and my brother were like, this is so good that the plate looks completely clean. You know what I mean? And they're
And
like,
they're disrespected by it.
they're like, you piece
They're like
of shit.
offended.
They're like, what? We didn't make enough? Is there something wrong with our menu? we didn't feed you
it
enough.
was amazing.
We're like,
it was
we'll take
amazing.
it.
I
Yeah.
licked it clean with my tongue.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're angry at me.
That was the exact conversation.
I did everything right.
We're like, we'll pay you again for another serving. Bring it. They're like, you pieces of shit. You're not from here. Whatever. And they would roast us, and I'd be like, fuck you. I'm
Yo,
I'm like,
I
this is
had
the best
no
sauce I
idea.
ever had. I'm eating all of it. I'm not leaving any on this plate. And my aunt was like, borderline, like, I'm never going to restaurants with you guys again. Like, that was embarrassing for me. You like,
Dude, I had no idea about
it's
that.
wild.
Yo,
wild.
I used to do a thing on this thing, which I haven't done in a while. Couple questions, because it's the immigrant section, right?
Yeah.
What was the questions? Okay. Okay. One of the questions was, who is the butt of, like, among Italians, who is the butt of jokes? Like, is it like Greeks or is it like?
Oh yeah, well it's Portuguese and Greeks, but it's okay. I know a lot. Like a lot of people would say who are listening would be like Portuguese because in trades that's just sort of how that happened. Like a lot of the bricklayers and a lot of people who immigrated here at the same time. A lot of the Greeks came here and went into restaurants and shit like that, and like that's why any Greek person you know. They have someone in their family who owned a Mr. Greek, at least one. You know what I mean? Like all of them have a restaurant or we're in a restaurant.
In London, my buddies,
yeah.
they had a Greek breakfast diner. Thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
all of them. So
Four Seasons, I think it was called, or Seasons or whatever. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Four Seasons. And Portuguese would come here and it would be trades, right? And same with Italians. So they'd be like, okay, we're going to build the fucking railroads here, whatever. And then the Portuguese came a little later and then they would end up just working for each other. So they'd make fun of each other and be like, you're just wannabe, Italians type thing.
You're
and
Italian,
And they started to just
knockoff.
fuse a bit. Yeah, and they looked similar, whatever, and that whole thing. But in actuality, it's more Greeks because of a lot of the things they export, like the olive oil and stuff. And then you get into those debates where it's like who invented what. Because both have a heavy history. It's like who invented columns, concrete, and olive oil, and this kind of shit. And they'd be like, the Greeks did. They'd be like, buddy, the Greeks invented it.
When did they have time? They had strippers coming.
Yeah, we perfected it.
Yeah.
Like my uncle says that all the time. It's like the Greeks invented anal sex. We fucking perfected it. You know what I mean? It's like the whole thing, right? It's like, so there's a lot
Your
more.
aunt's just like, he's right.
yeah. The Greek guys are like, opa. Yeah. Put her on the table.
Is there like an olive oil beef?
Yeah.
Like as to who invented it, or like is there like
who invented it? Whose is better?
if your mom was out of olive oil and you went to Sobeys and just picked up some random shit, would she be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, she'd be like, "Why? Do you know how much we have in the basement? Like we import it in like those big fucking
like drums.
Yeah, in those big fucking drums. And here's the thing:
with the handle built into the molding.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean. I'd say the Greek oil is better.
Yo, dude. This is on camera, you realize it.
I'm on the news tomorrow. This idiot. Like we have a buddy of ours from Greece who imports oil for us, and you know what I mean? It's because it's just who you know, right? Like you'll find a buddy of ours, he's got a fucking olive oil farm.
I know
in Greece.
Lebanese people import oil big time like that.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
olive oil.
Yeah, it's like you got families who own these farms. They just import train crates of this shit. So
that's fucking
that's what
crazy.
we do. Yeah.
Oh, hey, okay. Another thing I want to know is, so what you just told me about that you don't.
plate.
Yeah, I never knew that, but I need another example of this. So one thing is something you've only seen your culture do. So that counts, but give me another one. Like something
In
you've
Italy?
only seen, if here, but like ideally, like in Italy, if you got one, that'd be fucking sick. Like something you've only ever seen among family in Italy. And if you can't come up with that one's fucking jokes, dude. I had no idea about that.
I'm trying to think.
Okay, here too. Let's open her up.
Here too. Like something that I've only seen Italians
Something
do.
you've only seen Italians do. Like an example I always give is that like the Sudanese, something they do is they will have their the living room will have no couches and it'll all be twin beds. So everyone sits on twin beds just so they can shift into the horizontal position.
No way.
I swear to God, yeah. I've only ever seen that in Sudan. Like there's no couches. Like they'll have a saloon, which is like Italians probably have. Yeah, we talked about this. You guys have a living room that no one touches besides guests, right?
Yeah.
In the family room though, there will be like no couches. It'll just be like 4 twin beds.
Dude, that is the funniest fucking thing. I never knew that. That's wild.
Like some shit. Like I went to Sudan and then as I've grown up, I realized, that's only there. I've never seen anybody else do that.
I'd have to say like the evil eye stuff because I don't know like a lot
What's
of culture,
the horn?
Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing. Like a lot of people have evil eye stuff. Like
the
blue,
Arabs do it.
Yeah,
the
the blue
Muslims
eye stuff. Yeah. But like my grandparents do like rituals for it. It's called like malocchio. It's like the evil eye, right? And they like remove it. Like and like you're trained at a certain time of year to be able to remove these bad vibes off of people and bad energy. So like both my grandparents, like, and they trained me how to do it, but I'm not good at it because I don't know the language, and you have to say a certain prayer in a certain sequence.
Like a spell, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. So both my grandparents.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Exactly, dude. It's legit. I've seen shit like that you wouldn't believe unless you saw it. You know what I mean? Like, for example, you have to do like an oil water routine. So there's olive oil in like a spoon or something, and then like a thing of water, and they do this prayer on you, and then they
touch you with it?
No, none of this. Yeah, they like touch your head and do like sign of the cross on your head with their thumb, and then do like a big one while saying this prayer, and their eyes are closed. And then they take the oil with their finger and drop it onto the water. And if it mixes, because oil and water don't mix. So like if you were to do that regularly, you would see the oil sitting on top of the water.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it mixes or moves around, then you have like a very bad case of like someone hates you, or they envy you, or they put bad vibes on you, or just like they looked at you wrong way and thought you were a fucking loser, or whatever. And all those bad vibes and energy clouds you and creates, it could get to the point of having headaches and shit. And like, no joke, I've seen my nonna do it. I've seen oil literally like slither around, and this has to be still water. You can't, you know. I've seen it completely mix and evaporate in the oil like many times. She's like, yeah, you have it, whatever. I used to do it, like, it's wild. It's wild.
So if it mixes, do they go, oh, fuck, like.
They do it again. They do it on you until the oil no longer mixes.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Sometimes it takes hours.
Dude, that's that's the ancient shit.
Yeah,
I love hearing
my nonna
this
does
shit.
it all the time, on me all the time. And you can only be taught on Christmas Eve at midnight.
How to do it.
How to remove it from somebody else.
What the fuck? Why? So it doesn't work if you like
No.
the tradition is it doesn't work otherwise.
It doesn't work.
Christmas Eve at midnight. So Christmas Day, technically.
Yeah. The start of Christmas. So like at Christmas Eve at my nonna's house, like we're always like, okay, time to teach us. Like, you know, so we always try to go there at Christmas. So like last year, you know, my grandfather taught my sister, my grandmother taught me, and I can't seem to do it. So I'm like, I got to do it again next Christmas Eve, whatever. Right? So the past like 2 or 3, I've been going there to try and learn. And that's what that horn is. It's like that people think is a red pepper. It's just like you'll see a lot of Italians do like shit like this, which means like the horns. It's almost like protecting themselves from evil shit.
The evil eye.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool. Do Greeks do some shit like this?
Yeah, Greeks have a version of the evil eye as well. Yeah, they all do. It's weird though.
I wonder if it happened. Like, did this all spark in all these histories? Did it start in one place? Like
Probably.
This evil eye thing. Everyone's got a thing. Like in Sudan too. Like it's like no. Say like, so you must say mashallah.
Okay.
Which like if you say, man, that guy's got a sick car, or oh, this is another one. I love this foreign shit, dude.
It's great.
Let's say your uncle just had a newborn baby.
Yeah.
And he's holding a beautiful, beautiful little girl. And you go, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. He'd be like, say mashallah. Say mashallah. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
it's same
if you
thing.
say like, yo, she's this, and you without saying mashallah, which is like, oh, like, God bless it, or like, oh God, what a miracle type deal.
Yeah.
You are giving her the ain.
Exactly.
So like people will like, they won't be like, say mashallah. They'll get angry. Like, you are cursing this child.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Like,
dude, my grandmother all the time, like this one passed away, but she'll always, like her hands are like this permanently under the table. So like if you start giving her compliments, bro, she's just like this.
Show the girl.
Yo, like this. Any photo of my grandmother, dude, her hands are like this. So
that's to protect her, right?
Exactly. And so a lot of the times, like to protect you, someone needs to buy it for you, like either hands like this, like if you at a lot of Italian jewelry shops, you'll see the horn, or hands like this, right? I wear both of them. I don't fucking have it on me right now. I literally took it off yesterday like an idiot.
Dude, you're gonna get into a car accident.
Fuck! No, what do we? No, give me a call.
He's sweating.
I'm on the side of the 401. She does it on photos.
You're doing crack for some reason.
Yeah, like
help me.
like, yeah. But she does it on photos too and shit. But anyways, yeah, so someone has to gift it to you. You can't buy it for yourself in order to be protected. And like that's why like people have tattoos of it, or they have it hanging in their car, or they have a necklace with the hands or the horn or whatever. Yeah.
Wow, dude. I had like when Sebastian said the horn, I didn't get it.
Yeah.
He goes, "What? You guys don't have the horn?" Like she's like, "Is that like?" I didn't get that.
It's the same thing. Where it's like if I were to be like, "Yo, that's a nice shirt," like my nonna would be in here like,
yeah,
she'd be like, "Tell it, yo, do it." You know?
Yeah.
He's giving you the look. Yo. Like it's almost like fake compliments or like, you know what I mean?
It's not real unless you.
Yeah, like if it's genuine, it's genuine. But like, you know, she's like, if a lot of times if I have a bad headache, I'll be like, "No, I think I got," you know, she'll be like, "Come over, buddy. We do it. Fucking headache's gone. It's fucked."
That's beautiful.
It
That's
could
old
be
shit.
It's
that
old
could
shit.
be just
It
like
could be
placebo, right?
100%. It
But
could
I
be.
don't care.
But honestly,
I
dude,
want to, like, the older I get, at one point, when I was like a teen, late teen, early 20s, I rejected all this stuff. I'm like, science, logic.
Yeah.
Now the older I get, I'm like, fuck it. If it works, it works.
Yeah. And dude, honestly, I've been in moments where like I've had headaches that put me out for days and nothing was working until my fucking nonna came to my bedside and did it for like an hour and a half. And it's funny because she equates it all to my career. She's like, okay, if you had a video that did really, really well, and she's like, that's probably why you have it. Because people are looking at you going, I hate
You're like,
this
no,
guy.
I only have videos that are bombing hard.
Yeah, I'm like,
she's
no,
like,
no,
that could be it too.
Yeah, she's like, you got booed off stage last night? That's
Yeah,
why.
that
People
could
hate you.
be- yeah.
Whatever. Or people are envious or whatever, right? It's like, it's the same thing where it's like, hey, nice shirt. And then, you know, say mashallah. Like,
Say
same thing.
mashallah. Say mashallah.
Yeah, same thing, right? It's like just you're giving people bad vibes.
That's so crazy. I love that. That's
It's
old.
crazy.
That's ancient shit. You
It's
know
true.
it's been around for like over 1,000 years.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that shit.
It's crazy.
Real quick, when you were in Italy, did you meet cousins there?
Yeah.
Do they call you like Canada boy?
You know what's funny? They were like,
Do they speak any English? Like, is it common to have a little English there?
yeah, they all of them speak a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. My aunt, we've been going there for years, doesn't speak a word of English. She sees me and my brother struggling because, dude, for us, it's like if we were there for like another 3 weeks, I'd be fluent. You know what I mean? Like because
Because it's all you hear.
yeah, and you're picking it up. You know what I mean? So then you start to ask people for things and go into stores and start communicating a little bit. And
Because
like
you know how to say hi, bye, thank you,
Yeah.
water.
yeah,
like that
if,
stuff.
Yeah, if they were to talk to us and tell us to do something or whatever, we get it. You
Gotcha,
know?
yeah.
So when we were there,
Like a clean of the yard.
yeah, you're like,
I
got
get
it.
that.
Yeah. You were a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, when we were there the last time, we're fucking struggling, and she's laughing at us, and because we don't understand what the fuck this guy's saying in this small town. There was like a truck stop where this guy was making like paninos and shit, and I was like, I couldn't understand what the fuck he was saying. My Google Translate wasn't working for me to be like, this is what I'm trying to ask you for, whatever. And she literally looks at us, full English, and goes, he wants to know if you want lettuce, tomato, if you want bocconcini, if you want hot salami, like what don't you understand? Like perfect English. I'm like, we have been using a Google Translator with you, bitch, for fucking 3 years. She's like, buddy, I've been speaking fluent English for like years.
You had no idea.
No idea. I know that doesn't answer
That's
your question.
amazing. No, that's
It
amazing
pissed me
because
off.
that's her trying to get you to learn the language.
Yeah.
fully.
Yeah. But
you-
when we
but you-
went to sorry, go ahead.
No,
What were you saying?
that's
Yeah,
same
when,
shit.
when we went to the old towns, me and my brother noticed that, like, I don't know what, dude, we were giants, like everybody.
But you guys are big boys. You guys are big boys even here. Keep that in mind.
Sure,
though.
yeah. But I was
Like,
like,
what are you, like 6?
I'm like 6'3". My brother's like 6'1".
Yeah.
And like, so we go there, dude. I literally felt like I was the fucking lollipop guild.
king
Like,
man,
dude,
yeah.
everybody was like really short. Like everybody was under 5'5", 5'3", 5'2". Like
In that town, though,
in
right?
the town that
Yeah.
we're from. And I'm like, is it because we grew up here? Like, is it something in the fucking food? I don't know, right? And then they would like take photos of us like sitting on our shoulders and like, you know, like one of our
Like, you
cousins.
guys are giants.
Yeah, one of our cousins, she's like, put me on your shoulders. And like, put her on our shoulders. She's like, oh, hey, canadese. And you'd be like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
I am on the monster's back.
yeah, it's
You're
like, this is a
"Ouch, what the
Canadian
fuck?"
giant, you know? So,
Dude, that's so jokes. But watch them all live to 100, though, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
It's something weird. I don't get it.
That's why all Japanese people live forever, dude. Small body, efficient, you know? It's easy on the heart to keep you alive forever.
It's very strange.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
I got to go to Italy. God, I got to go to Italy.
I'm dying to go anywhere at this point.
Me too.
My barber is from Syria, and he was like, dude, you need to go to the Middle East. And he's like, you don't understand how good of a time, like Northern Africa, Middle East. He's like, it's the best. And I'm like, how good's the food? He's like, dude, you're not coming back.
It's all like
right? The vegetation,
Mediterranean, Middle East, Turks.
Yeah.
It's all kind of a very similar, like,
Yeah.
clearly they originate, there's something, some say the Ottomans, whatever, but like the base of like rice, always a salad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always a salad. Bread is great. Bread culture of like fresh bread there.
Yeah. Dude.
And lamb.
Oh.
And
Lamb to me is like just the primo of
that
meats.
lamb fat.
Oh.
The lamb's the best because you could just get lamb and just put it in the oven and not even salt and pepper it.
Yeah. it's
Just
gonna
the
be amazing.
flavor of that, like the fat of lamb is like you smell it right when you come in the house too. You know what I mean?
Buddy, if I'm walking home from the park when I was a kid, I'd be like, yo, we got to go home. Mom's making lamb. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
lamb shoulder. It
there
died
shanks?
about 4 weeks back.
yeah. They killed that baby lamb. Poor thing. It's going to be great, though.
I love it, dude. Yo, let's land this thing, man.
Yeah.
Tell the people where to find you, man.
At Not Marc Anthony on all social platforms or Marc Anthony TV on YouTube, doing a lot of sketches, and that's pretty much it, man.
Hell yeah, look out for this dude. He's actually dropping sick shit. It's not all the same. You're mixing it up. That's why I'm like, where do you get these ideas from, dude? I love it. I will put his stuff in the description as always. That's not going to change. So just scroll down in the audio or the video or whatever, and all his stuff will be there. Subscribe to this motherfucker. And from my end, just click subscribe on all this stuff. Check out patreon.com/immigrant section for bonus episodes every week and exclusive content. But besides that, come back next Tuesday for another episode of the Immigrant Section.
Boom.
Until next time, peace.
Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me, man. That was great.
Amazing, dog. Let's do
was
this
fun.
thing again.
Yo, and that's the episode. Remember, if you liked it, smash that subscribe button so I can give you updates. And until next time, it's your boy, Abbas Wahab. Easy.